Hey guys, this is 97 Lego Maniac. Be sure to check out my other social media accounts and my Patreon. Links are down below. Hey guys, this is 97 Lego Maniac and welcome to another episode of Customizing Critique. To those who are new to the channel, Customizing Critique is as a web series that I created, which pretty much like fans. People can send me their submissions of figures that they've made, and they ask for my opinion on it, whether if I like it or if I don't, and things like I think you can improve, and things I'll praise for. So if you're interested, and if you haven't sent me one before, my email is down below. It's yjeong97@gmail.com, and please put the subject title Customizing Critique. Make sure you spell it right, because when I filter my email, if I don't see it because you spelled it wrong, then I can't really review it. I still have so many other submissions to go through. I can't go through every single one per episode because that'll be way too long. I'll promise that I'll do my best to crank out more of these types of videos rather than the same things I've been doing. So the first one we're going to take a look at is Thomas Brick's Deathstroke figure. And looking at this, overall, for me, I personally don't like using Lego's official torso and adding some custom painted details on top anymore. That's usually what the thing is, I used to do that too when I started customizing, and it makes sense. Personally, I don't really do that anymore. I mean, you're better off just making your entire torso, I feel. I don't know what's going on with his eye. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be an eye patch, because it looks like his eyes just it got shot and it's constantly bleeding. Hair's interesting. It looks like he been through one hell of a blizzard. I like the weapons you added. The knife and with the bloodstain. The bloodstain came out really nice. The sword is actually really cool. And that's kind of cool how you have the gun holster. And overall, just make sure you touch up on the paint job. Just practice that, and you'll be good. The next one we're gonna take a look at is my good buddy Kyle, aka TLG Custom, his Red Hood figure. This is a really cool figure. I absolutely love this. Now this is from the Under the Red Hood movie. The printed mask blends very well with the torso. The torso is painted top notch. Like, you did a really good job on a black outlines, and I want to congratulate you on that. Love the 3D jackets. I love the detail you add on his leg for the gun strap. Overall, this is a really solid figure, and it's definitely one of my favorite figures from you, because it's just how, though it looks simple, it just looks so clean, and you did a really good job at that. Another one we're gonna take a look at is from Crazy Guy 910, and he has sent me looks like the Dark Knight Trilogy figures. Overall, definitely you're gonna need a lot of improvement on sculpting and painting overall, but don't worry, I'm sure you'll get better much later on. I will give you A for effort, the fact that you actually tried sculpting and actually experiment with. Good job doing that for the torso and for the mask, because when I made my first ever Bane custom, I didn't even sculpt his torso. I don't remember the Dark Knight Batman having this much gray, so you're gonna have to think about that. And that's cool that you use the Lego Batman belt, but it's not accurate, of course. I mean, try sculpting it and just keep practicing with it. As for the Heath Ledger Joker, it's pretty much the same thing. Please use fabric, do not use paper. I do not recommend using paper. You'll do better just spending only a couple of dollars on Cape Madness materials. I mean, the trench coats are only $1. I'm sure you can get some for birthday or your gift or something like that. But overall, just keep practicing, and you'll definitely improve. I do see potential in there. So just to recap, pretty much make sure the paint job's well defined, and make sure the sculpting also improve, and then that way you'll be really good in the future, I guarantee it. Another one we're gonna take a look at is Martin's, and here's his Justice League Flash. Overall, this is actually pretty cool. I like the wires you added. It looks like you used metal. If that's like a metal staples, that's really creative. Never thought of that myself. You did a good job sculpting the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt looks, that's probably my favorite part. Everything else has a decent sculpted. Everything else has a decent sculpted parts. Nothing about it really looks too uneven to me. The only thing that kind of looks weird is the chest area. It kind of looks like the groin, the crotch plate is kind of shifted a little bit more to his left side. It's just that entire gap, it doesn't look perfectly centered. I'm not sure if it's because of the angle of this picture, or it was just a simple mistake. If that's the case, if that was tweaked a bit, it would be a lot better. Good job with the cowl. The cowl is especially really nice, And overall, yeah, it's a decent, solid figure, man. Good job on that. As for the back looks really good. I think the back looks a little bit more symmetrical than the front. That's what it looks like to me. Now, lastly, the last custom we're going to take a look at is TopoTV. Hey, this is my first serious custom, and I would like to know what I could do better for my next Flash custom figure. Thanks in advance. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Overall, this is actually a really cool figure. I like the shade of blue you used, even though there's like... This is... Alright, remember the time when I talked about black lines are important? That is true when you're separating two different colors that look like they're almost blending together. So if you have like a really light color with another light color, it's better to give them a black outline so you can differentiate the two colors. But for this seems like to be one of the exceptions, that you don't need outlines. In fact, it looks like the outline you're using is light blue instead, and I actually like that touch. That's a great idea. Overall, if I have to give a number rating for your paint job, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. Like it's definitely pretty clean compared to like a lot of other paint jobs I've seen. I'm trying to be nice here, from beginners, let's say. Yours looks actually really good for a first series custom. Just make sure when you're painting on the torso, the left and the right side has to be both symmetrical. And I know symmetry is a very hard thing. I'm still practicing that myself. And make sure the lines are even throughout, because it looks like looking at the torso here, you have one thin line, but on the other side there's a thick line. You gotta make sure you balance that out perfectly. Now, as long as you do that, you're perfectly good. And this is just another nitpick. I'm not sure if this was due to your creativity differences or something like that. You wanted to do this like purposefully. His lightning bolt logo doesn't look like how the Flash's lightning bolt logo is supposed to look. You had it too much. It looks sideways. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but I have a feeling it's not, because whatever the Flash character had a lightning bolt that's perfectly horizontal, you know what I mean? Just work on those and you're good to go. Like, I definitely see a lot of potential in you, man. So that's it, guys. That's a pretty quick episode of Customizing Critique. I mean, there was really not much for me to say other than, like, you know, it's really the same thing I always say. Make sure the paint job improves, make sure the sculpting improves. Good job on doing this, good job on thinking that idea, and etc. I'll be honest, the things I've seen haven't really blown me away of some sort. And I'm not saying that because I'm not trying to be arrogant or something like that, but it's just, to me, in my eyes, compared to what I've seen from other people's work, there's nothing that really surprises me as much anymore. And this is, alright, take me out of the picture. I've seen a lot of great ideas from other people, and it just seems like here I don't see as much creativity or much passion, and that's what I feel that some people are lacking. I understand you guys are doing these customs because you're inspired by other people, but if your only driving force is to please your favorite customizer, that's not going to help out your work. You got to do something that makes you proud of yourself, and what gives you the reason why you want to make the work, and not because your favorite customizer did it. What I'm trying to say is, when you're making these figures, have a drive, have passion in it, in what you do, and you can definitely take inspiration from other people, but make sure don't prioritize other people. Prioritize on your work. Yourself. That's it for Customizing Critique, guys. This is episode 4, I believe. I can't wait to do more. If you have any, if you want to submit anything, like I said, my email is down below. The link is down below, and make sure you have the correct subject title, and you're good to go. All right, thanks, bye.